Welcome to the June edition of Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports, where we're celebrating Dairy Month here at Boone Creek Creamery, where they take the milk from J.D. Dairy in Russellville, Kentucky, and they turn it into artisan cheeses. This story on artisan cheese making will be in an upcoming Bluegrass and Backroads story. But since it's June, it's Dairy Month, and we thought we'd give you a sneak preview.
There's over 1,200 dairy farms in the state of Kentucky. I am the 8th cheesemaker in the state. There are a couple more after me that I'm aware of, but even still, there's only 10 or 12 of us, and that's including, you know, all the big cheesemakers as well. So I was the very first cow's milk artisan cheesemaker in the state. Artisan cheesemaker, by definition, makes cheese and doesn't manage animals. So I'm stirring with an up and down motion, not a circular motion. That way I'm getting the rennet evenly distributed throughout the entire pot. You might notice that this wonderful J.D. Country milk has cream that is floating to the top. That's because J.D. Country milk is not homogenized. What makes mine different is the fact that I literally do everything by hand. There's no pumps in here that are moving milk from point A to point B. I stir by hand, I move milk by hand, and I press with old-fashioned wooden lever presses instead of hydraulic equipment. So everything I do is a gentle process and protects the curd and protects the flavor along the way.
Be made at the podium.
Measure the Candidate meetings have been taking place in several of our districts, like this one in Boone County. These meetings are held before the primary and in the fall before the November elections to help our members understand where the candidates are on agriculture issues. It also gives members a chance to voice their concerns with the candidates.
I'd encourage anybody who, in any county that could, to possibly have one of these measure the candidate forms. Whether it doesn't matter what the race is, it just allows you to learn more about the person and to hear the views of each candidate as the other candidate is sitting right there beside them.
If you would like to hold a Measure the Candidates meeting in your district and would like more information, contact Public Affairs at the state office.
We need common sense that comes from working in the real world.
The recent storms to the Jefferson County area brought considerable hail damage to our members. To respond quickly to the numerous claims, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance set up in the parking lot of the state office a drive-through hail clinic to handle the many auto claims.
Good central location for our customers to come to get their autos looked at. So we've set up this hail clinic with auto appraisers where people can bring their vehicles in and get their damage appraised, and we can even issue payment that they'll get a check in the mail in the next 2 or 3 days. We always want to give prompt service to our customers, so we set this up so we're capable of giving that prompt service. And I know it puts the customer out a little bit to bring the car to us, but it runs real smooth and we're able to look at a large number of cars. We schedule them every 30 minutes and we have, like I said, 4 appraisers working, so we can move cars through here real quick and get people waited on.
Saturday night after I got home from my daughter's dance recital, put my car in the driveway, and I guess just about 7:45, heard a lot of thumping noise on the roof, and opened up and looked out and seen golf ball hail about that large, and it just peppered my whole car. Convenience for the customer, and I've always had good relationships with Kentucky Farm Bureau. They've done an excellent job for me.
Over 500 Kentucky students have been chosen to receive scholarship grants totaling $131,950 from county and state programs administered through the Kentucky Farm Bureau Education Foundation.
Carly's an extremely hard worker. She has been working over and over, night and day, every day since she's been a freshman.
I've been applying for lots of scholarships, and I know college is really expensive, and this was the first one that I've won, so it feels really good to win a scholarship.
Now here is Dan Smaldone with an important message on ATV safety.
As summertime approaches, the familiar sound of ATV engines return to Kentucky's back roads, and that means riders need to take a fresh look at safety before operating their vehicles. According to statistics from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, Kentucky currently ranks as the second highest state in the nation for annual ATV fatalities. From 2007 to 2010, our state suffered 122 ATV-related deaths. Only West Virginia reported more ATV-related fatalities during this time frame. And in 2010 alone, ATV accidents across the country were responsible for 317 fatalities and an estimated 115,000 injuries. More than 28,000 of those injuries involving children under the age of 16. So before hopping on an ATV for the next project on the farm or off-road adventure, take a moment to make sure you can check off the following safety tips. Be sure you get formal training before riding an ATV. Always wear a helmet and other protective clothing. Get a properly sized ATV for the rider's age. Don't ride with a passenger. Keep ATVs off the roadways. Don't drive under the influence. Know the state laws for proper ATV use. For more safety tips, visit atvsafety.gov. Let's work together to keep Kentucky's ATV fatalities down in 2012.
There are some new faces and some familiar faces with new roles here at the state office.
Hi, I'm the new Assistant Director of Accounting and Finance with the Kentucky Farm Bureau Federation. I started with the insurance company 7 years ago as an intern and transitioned that into a full-time job 4 years ago. I look forward to continuing my growth with the Kentucky Farm Bureau family and look forward to many long years ahead.
I am excited about this new role with Kentucky Farm Bureau. I started with Farm Bureau as an area program director and spent 8.5 years here in central Kentucky working with 12 county farm bureaus and the volunteer leaders and agency managers and agents in those counties, and I enjoyed that work so much and look forward to getting back involved into that part of the organization as I work with county farm bureaus, volunteer leaders, agency managers, and agents all across Kentucky, as well as the area program directors and the colleagues here at the state office. If I can ever be of any assistance, please feel free to contact me.
Now for our calendar of coming events. The deadline for applications for Farmer of the Year is July the 2nd. The State FFA Convention is June 12th through the 14th in Lexington. The Institute for Future Agriculture Leaders at Murray State University is June 17th through the 21st. And the Eiffel Conference at UK is June 24th through the 28th. And don't forget about all those district policy development meetings coming up in July. Well, that's it for the June edition of Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. We'd like to thank all the dairy men and women across this great state, and we'll see you next time.